11, so
yeah.
I thought it's hot.
I started it though, so it's great, so that it would just doesn't like the resolution. And what I did was I took down the frames per second because then you're dropping a lot of frames. So it was at 30 frames per second, so I took it down to 25, and now it's not dropping frames.
What does the preview look like?
This is the public view. There, it just started streaming live.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Megan just walked out of there.
Put the cursor over. Oh, okay, so like about a 30-second lag.
Good morning, everyone. I'm going to play you a song I wrote in memory of my grandpa. This song is called Salted Salamanders. Salted salamanders, spray painted silver, things that I remember, imaginary quarters for hard ice cream cones, picking out dainty cars inside of the road. Without your laugh, I would have never learned to whistle. Without your death, I would have never found to sing. Like a twilight in time, your memory in the middle. Oh, your spirit, we feeling everything. We feeling everything. We feeling everything. The sheep, till the cattle driving by. Now got the tiny little sparkle in his eye. The sound of his saying still linger in our ears like eat, 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 and a beer is a beer. Oh, without your life, I would have never learned to whistle. Without your death, I would have never found to sing. Like a twilight in time, your memory in the middle. Oh, your spirit, we feeling everything. We feeling everything. We feeling everything. Without your laugh, I would have never learned to whistle. Without your death, I would have never found to sing. Like a twilight in time, your memory in the middle. Oh, your spirit, we feeling everything. We feeling everything. We feeling everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Megan. That was awesome. Good morning, everybody. How are y'all doing? We're excited to have you here. My name is Jeffrey Straker. I'm a singer-songwriter pianist based right here in Regina, and I write and record and perform music as my full-time work, and we're here this morning to hear some very great news, some really important news about musicians and music in Western Canada. We're excited, first of all, to thank Casino Regina and SAS Gaming for the use of this great space, and to announce that they're going to be the official venue sponsor for the Western Canadian Music Awards, being held right here Thursday, October 13th in Regina. That's right, the awards are on a Thursday this year, kicking off BreakOut West. Not on a Sunday to follow the festival. We're kicking off the festival with the awards on a Thursday in a new format awards concert. On that note, I would like to welcome Tina Baudry-Malloy, MLA, Regina University, to bring greetings on behalf of the minister responsible for the Saskatchewan Gaming Corporation, who is Minister Nancy Hepner. So please welcome Tina.
Thank you, Jeffrey, for that warm welcome. And thank you, Megan, for getting us off to a great start. On behalf of the minister responsible for SAS Gaming, Nancy Hepner, and the government of Saskatchewan, I'd like to thank you all for joining us here today. Casino Regina is very excited to once again be the official venue sponsor for BreakOut West 2016. As you know, Casinos Regina and Moose Jaw have been big supporters of Western Canadian artists for many years. This year marks Casino Regina's 20th anniversary, and it's been almost 15 years since the Show Lounge first opened to the public. During that time, a long list of artists from Western provinces have graced the stage and wowed the audience, such as Jeffrey, our multi-talented MC for today. In fact, I believe he just played here this past November with the Regina Symphony Orchestra, right? Yeah. Casino Regina is proud to give our homegrown artists their chance to step into the spotlight. And now, thanks to this partnership, it will once again be playing host to the very best musical talent in Western Canada. So if you're a music fan, and I am, this is going to be the place to be from October 13th to the 16th, and I'm going to be excited to be here along with you. The Show Lounge has earned a reputation as one of the best places to enjoy live music in this city. And with the award nominees and other talent that the Alliance is bringing in to perform, it's going to be an amazing 4 days. On that note, I'm sure you're all excited to hear who this year's nominees are. I want to congratulate all of them in advance. Thank you again for coming today, and we look forward to seeing you in October.
Thank you very much, Tina, and thanks SAS Gaming for your support. This year's awards show right here at the casino looks like it's going to be an incredible weekend. A little bit about BreakOut West and the WCMAs to bring you all up to speed on a little bit of trivia. For those of you tweeting about the news conference, first of all, our hashtag for 2016 is hashtag BOW2016, hashtag BOW2016, so please use that. This is the 7th BreakOut West. Formerly, it was called the Western Canadian Music Week. It's the 14th Western Canadian Music Awards. The awards and the festival move to a different city in Western Canada each year. This is the 3rd time that Regina has been hosting the event, and we're proud of that. It was actually in Saskatchewan 4 times, and that 4th time was actually in Moose Jaw, which was a very memorable BreakOut West and awards as well. Our 2016 host hotel, importantly, is Doubletree by Hilton. Now, voting for the award winners will begin today at noon Mountain Time. So if you're a member of one of the Western Music Industry Associations, you're eligible to vote for your favorite artist and industry person. All you do is simply go to breakoutwest.ca to vote, and vote early. Remember that, because the voting is only open until May 17th. Having attended a lot of BreakOut West festivals myself in past years, I know they're really exciting events, and they're a chance to see what's evolving and up and coming on the music scene all throughout Western Canada. And in addition to the multi-day festival that shines a light on a lot of talent, another big way that BreakOut West and the WCMAs shines light and acknowledges talent is through the awards themselves. So without further delay, what we're all here for is to hear the announcement of the 2016 Western Canadian Music Awards artistic nominees. And this is a really big deal. Musicians and music media, journalists, not just in Western Canada, but all across the country, have been kind of waiting to hear these names and to see who's having the light shone on them this year. If I had a drum, I would roll it. I actually wish Mayor Fougere were here because he's always asking me for excuses to play the drums with me, and this would have been a great excuse to finally get him to stop asking. But at this time, I'd like to welcome Sask Music's Kaylin Kleiprick and the Executive Director of the Western Canadian Music Alliance, Robin Stewart. Okay, all right. So let's just kick right into it. So kicking things off, we're going to start off with the Aboriginal Artist of the Year. From BC, we have David Moore. From Northwest Territories, we have Diga Wolf. From Manitoba, Don Amaro. From Manitoba again, Nadia Gaudette and Jason Burnstick. And from Manitoba, William Prince. Now, Blues Artist of the Year. From BC, David Gogo. From BC, David Vest. From Alberta, Deborah Power. From BC, Heart Dog Brown and the Travelin' Blues Show. And from Manitoba, Romy Mays.
All right. We've got the Breakout Artist of the Year, which is a new category for us this year. And the nominees are Aidan Knight, Brett Kissel, Michael Bernard Fitzgerald, The Bros Landreth, and We Are the City. And the Children's Artist of the Year, presented by SaskTel this year, is Bobs and Lolo, Hilary Grist, Nadia Gaudette and Jason Burnstick, Raffi, and the Kerplunks.
Okay, and moving on is the Classical Artist Ensemble of the Year, presented by Canadian Music Centre. So from Alberta, we have Coulier. From BC, Turning Point Ensemble and Musica Intima. From BC, Paola Bortolucci. From Alberta, Roger Admiral. And from Manitoba, Winnipeg Symphony Orchestra. And now it's time for the Classical Composition of the Year. From BC, Songs from the Rain Shadow's Edge by Benton Rourke. From Saskatchewan, Along the King's Road, Jason Collymore. From BC, Birds of Paradise Lost, John Oliver. From Alberta, 15-4 Piano, Howard Bashaw. From Manitoba, Of Heart and Tide, Sid Robinovich.
I give him all the hard ones to say. All right, Country Artist of the Year. From Alberta, we have Bobby Wills. Also Alberta, Brett Kissel. Alberta, George Canyon. From Saskatchewan, Jess Moskaluk. And from Manitoba, Keith and Renee. And the, changing the genre a bit, Electronic Dance Artist of the Year. We have from BC, Delhi to Dublin. Also BC, Dirty Radio. From Manitoba, Ghost Twin. From BC, Grey Saturn. And from Alberta, Solier.
Okay, and now it's Francophone Artist of the Year, presented by Music Action. Arnaud Grenot from BC. From Manitoba, Jocelyn Barreau. From Manitoba, Justin Lacroix Band. From BC, Le Destin de Jazz Club. And from Manitoba, Nadia Gaudette and Jason Burnstick. And now it's time for Instrumental Artist of the Year. From Manitoba, Daniel Kulak. From BC, Don Alder. From Alberta, Hutchison Andrew Trio. From BC, Michael Cagehammer. And from BC, Pugs and Crows.
All right, moving on to jazz. From Alberta, we have Al Muirhead. From BC, Chris Gestrin and Bernie Arai. From Manitoba, Curtis Noestad Quintet. From BC, Jacqueline Guyou. From BC also, Le Destin du Jazz Club. And the Metal Hard Music Artist of the Year. From Manitoba, Ken Mode. From Saskatchewan, Shooting Guns. From Alberta, Striker. Saskatchewan again, Third Ion. And from Alberta, Val Halst.
Okay, now it's time for Pop Artist of the Year. From Alberta, Brian Finlay. From BC, Derival. From Manitoba, JP Ho. From Alberta, Lexi Strait. And from BC, We Are the City. Now it's time for Rap Hip Hop Artist of the Year. From BC, Alpha Omega. From Alberta, Arlo Maverick. From BC, Evil Ebenezer. From BC, Snack the Ripper. And again from British Columbia, Sunreal.
Okay. There's a lot of nominees. We've got such great music in the West. Recording of the Year presented by Stingray Music. From BC, Aiden Knight, Each Other. From BC, Jordan Clausen, Javelin. From Saskatchewan, Library Voices, Lavish. From BC, Ferris and Jason Romero, A Wanderer I'll Stay. And from BC, Yukon Blonde, On Blonde. And Rock Artist of the Year presented by Radio Star Maker. We have BC artist Aiden Knight, BC's Ray Spoon, Saskatchewan's The Sheepdogs, Alberta's The Wet Secrets, and BC Yukon Blonde.
Okay. And now it's time for the Roots Duo Group of the Year presented by Musicians' Rights Organization Canada, or MROC. From Manitoba, Crooked Brother. From BC, John and Roy. From Alberta, Northern Beauties. From Saskatchewan, Rosie and the Riveters. From Manitoba, Sweet Alibi. And now it's time for the Roots Solo Artist of the Year presented by Big Rock Brewery. From Alberta, Core Blunt. From BC, Frazee Ford. From Alberta, Matt Pattershuk. From BC, Oliver Swain. From Manitoba, William Prince.
All right, moving on to Producer of the Year, which for the first time this year is being presented at the Music Awards as opposed to industry. We're excited about that. So we have Brad Prosco Production, Rusty Mateus, Library Voices, Spencer Cayenne, The Mixing Station, and Colin Stewart from Hive Studios. And the Songwriter of the Year is from presented by SOCAN. We have from Alberta, Cor Blund. From also Alberta, George Canyon, Terry McBride, and Bryce Long team. From Saskatchewan, the team of Casey Anderson and Clayton Lin. Help me with this one. Thank you. Don't want to get that wrong. And also from Saskatchewan, Megan Nash. And finally from BC, Ferris Romero.
All right, now it's Spiritual Artist of the Year. From British Columbia, Marika. From Alberta, Mike R. Schuster. From Saskatchewan, Simanbaya Kirtan. From BC, Tim Neufeld. And from Saskatchewan, Yvonne St. Germain. Now it's time for Urban Artist of the Year. From BC, Coco Jaffro. From BC, David Morin. From BC, Ghost. From BC, Christy McCracken. From BC, The New Groovement. So that's British Columbia.
A lot of urban music in British Columbia right now. Excellent. World Artist of the Year is next. We have BC's Buckman Co, BC's Mazacote, Alberta's Tasman Jude, BC's Locarno, and Alberta's Young Medicine. Video Director of the Year, we have Fort Langley for Aiden Knight's All Clear. From Alberta, we have Wade Tompkins for Arlo Maverick More. From BC, Stefano Riberas, The Field, Chad Brownlee for Hearts on Fire. From Saskatchewan, David Tenniswood for Scorpitone Films, Jess Moskaluk, Kiss Me Quiet. There's a lot to read here. And finally, also from Saskatchewan, we have Steve Bays for Limb Lifter, Hotel Knife.
All right, now it's time for the Visual Media Composer of the Year. First off, from Alberta, we have Alec Harrison for the 2014 FIFA World Cup Open on ESPN. From Saskatchewan, we have Factor for 8. From Manitoba, we have Graham F. FM Youth. From BC, we have Mike Twining and Andrew Twining for Gigantic Music Boutique. And from Alberta, we have Russell Broom, Sitting on the Edge of Marlene, Whatever Happened to, Makeover Wish, Canada Heritage Minute, Alberta Primetime, A&E Biography, Celebrity Style Story. Okay.
Okay, so we're moving now on to the Industry Awards nominees. And just wanted to mention here that you'll notice there's a few new categories in the music awards. The industry awards, we've flipped it all on its head. There's very few that are repeat categories, and we've just moved with the industry and looked at what is really going to recognize our industry for the amazing things that they are doing now. Of course, I'm kicking it off with one of the only ones that is repeating, but but we have from the start, Audio Engineer Award. We have from Saskatchewan, Bart McKay for Brett Kissel's Airwaves. From BC, Ben Kaplan for Daniel Wesley, Faceplant, Head in the Herd, John Bryant and Blades of Steel. From BC, Nigel Asselin for John Bryant's 20-something. We have from Alberta, Russell Broom for Ryan Gartner, J.P. Morris and the Wisers, Trinity Bradshaw and Amber Hayden. And from BC, Ryan Worsley for Paddy, Deer Rouge, The Tourist Company, Beta Stars, Emily and Odgen, and Basha Bulat. And a new category, Community Excellence Award, which is presented by the casino. It's a new award. It's an award recognizing the artists and the industry who are doing so much to give back to the community and to charity. And we have Alberta's Brent Oliver, Saskatchewan's Creative City Centre, BC's Rifflandia Festival, Saskatchewan's the Broadway Theatre, and Manitoba's West End Cultural Centre.
Okay, now it's time for the Excellence in Visual Design. Starting off with Bronwyn Parles slash the Feisty Creative. For Twin Kennedy, Blake Reed, Sky Wyatt, Karen Lee Batten, and Tanya Ryan from British Columbia. From Saskatchewan, Jared Robinson. For Pipton, Scott Benson Band, Lunar Theory, Sharon Goddard, Samantha Pickard, Katie Miller, Cadence, Alexandra Brave, Uncle Adams, Above the Crown, Awaken Aries, and High Wind. From British Columbia, Lee Fruiz for S.E. Mira and the Noble Thieves. From Manitoba, Roberta Hansen for The Small Glories. All right, this is a big one, so just kind of want to wrap it, but I'm not. But it's from Saskatchewan. Ultimate Power Duo. Casper Conifel, Jordan Bouchon, Tyler Jenkins, Scott Kowalchuk, Elaine Will, Owen Jenny, Tom Begley, Riley Rosmo, Nathan Wall, Donnie Sparrow, Kate Francis, Ken Davis. Now, from the Impact in Artist Development, we have from British Columbia, Amelia Artis. From BC, Invictus Entertainment Group. From Manitoba, Todd Jordan. From BC, the Feldman Agency. And from BC, Tonic Boomba Records.
Okay, another new one, the Impact in Live Music, presented by Music Canada Live. We have Adam Oppenheim, Stampede Entertainment, Inc. from Alberta. We have Commodore Ballroom from BC. We have Rock Entertainment Group from Saskatchewan. Woo. Have West End Cultural Centre from Manitoba. And Winnipeg Folk Festival from Manitoba. And finally on the nominee list, we have the Impact in Music Marketing Award, which is another new one. Jacqueline Conway from the Saskatchewan Jazz Festival. Live Nation Canada from BC. Main Stage Management from Alberta. Susan Busey from Saskatchewan. And Taryn Cochran Entertainment from Saskatchewan.
All right, now it's the 2016 Heritage Award recipient, which is Regina's own John Arcand. And from the 2015 Kevin Walters Industry Builder Award. The Derek Bachman, former executive director of SAS Music.
And these two. These two last awards Kaylin just read are from the host province and are very important ones. They're not nominated. They are presented by the host committee, and they're just very special to the community of Saskatchewan, and we're really proud of those two. And so, with all the nominees in place, we just want to make nod to all the sponsors and partners that help make this event happen. Without you, we wouldn't be here in Regina today. And we want to thank you and just recognize I'll recognize our funders, and I'll let Kaylin recognize our partners with the host committee. So our funders for Western Canadian Music Alliance and BreakOut West, thanks to Factor, the Government of Canada and Public Radio, to Creative BC, Government of BC, Government of Alberta, Government of Yukon, Government of Northwest Territories, Government of Province of Saskatchewan and Creative Saskatchewan, to Government of Manitoba, and to all of our music industry association partners that make up WCMA.
And the supporters of the host city bid, Creative Saskatchewan, City of Regina, Tourism Regina, Tourism Saskatchewan, and Regina Hotel Association. And thank you to all other sponsors without whom we would not be able to bring this exciting event to Regina this October. A full sponsor list is available in your media pack.
Thank you for our part of it. We're going to pass it back over to Jeffrey. Please do grab a media pack at the end when we close, and we look forward to being here in October. And we're so happy that everyone came out this morning.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Kaylin and Robin. Just a couple of closing remarks to end the press conference. Thanks to everyone here for your tremendous support and commitment to music in Western Canada and to the BreakOut West Festival and the Western Canadian Music Awards. With all of the nominees announced now, voting for the awards officially begins at noon Mountain Time. Again, if you're a member of one of the Western Music Industry Associations, you're eligible to vote for your favorite artist and industry personnel. Go to breakoutwest.ca to vote, and vote early as the voting closes on May 17th. There's going to be a lot more exciting news about BreakOut West and the festival. It'll keep coming out as it's created, and that'll include things like the festival lineup, which promises to be really exciting, conference sessions for those who are going to attend, as well as the award show performers, which is going to be pretty great from the tidbits that I've heard so far. To keep up to date on all of that excitement, give the BreakOut West Facebook page a like, follow them on Twitter, and follow them on Instagram. Once again, congratulations to all the nominees, and I hope to see you all right here at the fabulous Casino Regina Show Lounge on Thursday, October 13th. And if I can take just one quick moment, because I know one thing that's going to make the festival great, the performance part following the kickoff awards show, what's going to make that great is the people of Regina and the area coming out to check out the music that the festival has to offer. And Regina has some incredible music fans. We've got people who check out the Folk Fest in droves, the Jazz Fest in droves, who go to big concerts from big pop, rock, and country acts at the Brandt Center. We've got people who turn out in huge numbers. Those people are going to want to check out the BreakOut West Festival. It takes advantage of Regina's smaller music venues by choice. It has genres programmed in a way that there's going to be a little bit of something for everybody. So I encourage everyone to go, because it's a chance to not only support up-and-coming talent as they're on the rise to becoming a big name, but also to discover something new for yourself. So I wanted to put that personal plug in there. And speaking of amazing talent, I would like to have one more song by WCMA nominee Megan Nash. A little bit about Megan. Megan is based in rural Saskatchewan, where she wrote and recorded her most recent album, Song Harvest, Volume 1, in a 100-year-old church in Palmer, Saskatchewan. Megan has toured the majority of Canada, performing at the Kansas City Folk Alliance International Festival, and is open for the likes of Serena Ryder, Del Barber, and Amelia Curran. To quote CBC Radio 1, "If a thunderstorm had a voice, it would sound like Megan Nash." Did you know they said that about you?
Did I know they said that about me? Yeah.
A thunderstorm on two legs. I love it. That's like the best possible thing someone could say. Without further ado, please welcome Megan Nash.
Thanks, Jeff. I thought that maybe you were going to tell the nice people about our cookbook we're going to make. I think Jeffrey Straker and I should collaborate on a cookbook. You heard it here first, folks. This song is called Deerhead, and I wrote it about bad Saskatchewan highways. So, all right. I put my trust in a bottle and I gave it to the Atlantic 7 years ago. So I never had any to put in you, which is only good news since you're saying goodbye. I wish I could be a stranger and pass you on the street with nothing but blank eyes.
a song about trying to connect with the divine. But emphasis on trying. I think it's a very long process. So the song is called Seeker, and it's another one that I wrote in the Palmer Church, and it's going to be on Volume 2, because I've called the other album Volume 1 just so for sure I would do it again. I don't trust myself sometimes. Here's Seeker, and thank you so much for having me today. It's been an honor to perform for you today.
Do those cobblestone streets remember my intention? Was that harbor water remember my reflection? 'Cause I remember their white noise. I remember tracing shapes of some other strange voice. I remember feeling there was nothing you could do. I remember feeling there was nothing you could do. 'Cause I was spinning, swirling, stumbling in those streets. Spinning, swirling, stumbling in those streets. Spinning, swirling, stumbling in those streets. Spinning, swirling, stumbling. Does that full skylight ever question my discretion? Does that gravel road remember my impression? 'Cause I remember the space they allowed for our sound. And I remember the way your tires hit that ground. I was foolish, there was nothing you could do, But you were patient, there was nothing you could do, 'Cause I was spinning, swirling, stumbling in those streets. Spinning, swirling, stumbling in those streets. Spinning, swirling, stumbling in those streets. Spinning, swirling, stumbling. And I remember the day in the river when you took my hand and placed it against your open mouth, and I was dead. 'Cause I knew you had another time. Oh, it can be intimidating to see another side. It can be intoxicating to see another side. I was spinning, swirling, stumbling in your streets. Spinning, swirling.
Look forward to seeing you all in October. Thanks so much.
Well, you had indicated that you and I've just brought up all the options.